this is Peter Gay. I am back with another letter. This week, a friend of mine sent me a text message talking about mental health and making sure that I was taking care of myself. And so I want to read a letter that's not quite finished as a letter, but it was one of the first letters that I started working on when I started this project. And it's a letter where I'm trying to explain what it feels like to have anxiety, because I do, and I often get very anxious. In my first letter, I wrote to people who I described as okay people. And so I'm going to refer to you all again as okay people, although I know that you are not a homogenous group and that there are different types of people who are okay with different kinds of things, if that makes sense. If not, hopefully by the end of the letter, some of this will make sense. Dear okay people, I think of you all as the people who say, don't stress about it, just relax, it's not a big deal. Please forgive me for not knowing how to address you people. I know you might not be a homogenous group, however, from my place of anxiety, it feels like you are. Today I want to share a bit of what it feels like to have anxiety. And I want you to know it sucks. This is my opinion, just my experience. It sucks. It's that friend or that person that you know and sometimes feel like is good for you, but when they're around, you just can't quite be yourself, and you're not sure why. It feels like that tightness in your chest and your left arm with no heart attack. It feels like sweating and heart racing and not always knowing why. It feels isolating because you're experiencing something that can be visible to others, and when they ask, what's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Why are you sweating so much? Are you okay? You suddenly can't talk. You stand there with that deer in headlights look, wishing you could just say, I feel overwhelmed, but you can't speak. These moments of terror, of heart racing and chest tightening sometimes feel like they're never ending. While I could add more to this list of what it feels like, I don't want to overwhelm you, because that might make you anxious. I'm only trying to explain what it feels like. So when people say, it's not that deep, relax, chill out, that can sometimes be infuriating. For the record, it's not helpful. In those moments, it feels like the depth and physical and psychological changes that I'm experiencing are being invalidated. Anxiety is not something you order a la carte. It's not something you choose to pick up on the way home from work. Oftentimes it finds you, and you're not even aware that it has made you a host until you don't know why you feel like you can't breathe. I understand that some people get anxiety from traumatic experiences, car accidents, witnessing excessive violence, abuse, sexual, emotional, physical, bullying, etc. The anxiety from these kinds of experiences can manifest themselves in the form of nightmares, shortness of breath, hypervigilance, fidgety, silence, and feeling out of control, as well as the lists mentioned earlier with things like the tightness in your chest and not being able to breathe and sweating and etc. It's okay to allow someone to express that they're anxious. You can listen and then you can share. Asking why you're all anxious is not always helpful. Anxiety cannot always be explained in a reasonable manner because it's not reasonable. Sometimes when people share that they're anxious, it can be helpful if you just shift and share your thoughts or a joke or a smile or a hug. I hope that this is helpful and that over time we can grow to understand and respect each other. I have a lot of admiration and respect and just a teeny bit of envy for the ability to not be anxious and to be calm and to be able to just chill out. And I hope that those of you who are on that side can have some respect and compassion and understanding for me when I am anxious and can't breathe and don't know why or feel overwhelmed or what have you. So I hope that this is helpful. Thank you. and I will see you next week.